What's good, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. I am Kenya right now, and this is day 6 of 30 days of vlogging in April. Today I'm going to talk about my bucket list for Medellin/Colombia, which is actually still growing. I'm still working it out. But, you know, as time goes by, I'm just realizing how little time I have left here. And so there are a lot of things that I want to do. Some of the things are really basic and easy to do on a day-to-day basis, but other things I really need to start planning out. So some of those include the botanical gardens. I've been lucky enough, I've been on several walking tours. So I've been on one walking tour called Real City Walking Tours, which is a free walking tour that base their pay on tips. So you tip them based on how well you think they did, things like that. What else? Oh, I've been on 2 neighborhood walking tours, which is really cool. One is Comuna 13, which is really popular among travelers and among the community here too. They have escalators that actually take them up to their neighborhoods. And it used to be like a really rough area, and I guess it kind of still is. It's very similar to the favelas in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Anyway, I went on that, and then I went on another neighborhood tour. And what areas did we go to? I forget the name of the neighborhoods at this moment, but that was another cool area because these walking tours, they help you get to areas you wouldn't ordinarily get to, especially as a foreigner or as someone who's not from here and you don't really know where you're going. So you get a little bit of the history, but you also get a little bit of being on the ground footwork and seeing another side of Medellin that isn't super touristy. But with that said, there's so many things that I haven't done for many reasons. I've been working on getting my website up. That took a lot of work, and I'm still managing and trying to hammer out the kinks with that. But again, if you haven't visited my website, it's alongcameawriter.com, so check that out. And I've also been working on getting my grind on with this whole social media presence marketing situation. I'm not a big fan of social media, but I know how important it is, so I'm there. Anyway, those are some of the things that's been keeping me back from really getting out and just doing stuff. That and trying to be conscious and aware of the fact that I'm not on vacation. I'm living here, so I have to make sure that I'm not balling out. Okay. But Botanical Gardens is another thing that I have not done yet. Several of the museums. There's the art museum. I think there's like the general museum that every place has, like the natural history museum or something like that. There's also a castle museum that I've heard of that I want to get to. So there are a ton of things that I want to get to that I haven't done yet. So that's Medellin. Yeah, I think basically just like the botanical gardens, some of the museums, and just being more active in the communities here. So going to a lot more language exchanges and just, you know, getting out and walking the neighborhoods, which is something that I just haven't done. And getting used to the transportation. I've gotten used to the subway. It's really easy to get adjusted to the subway because I'm just so used to taking it when I was in Korea. But their buses here is another story. And the neighborhood that I live in is strictly, it's mainly buses. And so you have to take a bus to get to the subway to get to wherever else you want to go. So basically I've been Ubering it a lot around town. Anyway, let's get to the bucket list. So the bucket list of places that I want to go throughout Colombia is Choco. So that is a place that is like 90-95% Afro-Colombians, and I believe it's on the north. It's north of northern Colombia. But what I've heard from people who have been there is that it's magical. It's this beautiful, like a lot of nature, untouched nature, and it just has this special thing about it that I want to experience. I want to find out while I'm there. The other place is Santa Marta. Now, I don't know a lot about this place, but again, a lot of the people who I've met who are from there are like my complexion. So I'm wondering if that's another like Afro-Colombian community or something. But what I think I've heard is that Santa Marta is another beautiful area. The Easter holiday is coming up here, and a lot of people are planning to do that for their Easter, go there for their Easter vacation. Another place I want to get to is Bogota, for no other reason than it's the capital, but I have a friend who will be coming there. He's doing a Spanish immersion thing there for a month, and he's visiting another friend, so I'm gonna go there, hang out with him. And then there are several other areas near Bogota that I've heard about that I want to get to. So it's a lot of planning that I have to do and a lot of budgeting. And as I mentioned in my last video, I may have to pick up and leave what I'm calling home, the apartment and the city, sooner than I was hoping to, in order to do everything that I really want to do. The funny thing about that is people know that I love to travel. I'm always on the go. Even when I was at home, I was always out doing something when I was back in Milwaukee. But the truth is, I like to have a place to call home. Like, I'm not one of those people who enjoys not being settled. I actually like being settled, and so this whole lifestyle of constantly living out of a suitcase is not attractive to me at all. But I'm gonna try to figure out how it's gonna work. Okay, so the other thing that I really want to make sure that I do before I leave is get to know the culture. So on top of wanting to learn Spanish, which I am totally sucking at, just by the way, like every single day I forget to study or practice Spanish. It's a shame. But so I've been making a really big intention on trying to get to know more locals and befriending more locals so I can experience Colombia their way and get the real deal of Colombia from them, because I've been getting the real deal of Colombia from other expats who've been here for a while, but not really from Colombians themselves. So that's one of my bucket list things to do, is just get more ingrained in the culture and just really experience Colombia, because like I said, I work from home, so I'm always at home, and I just want to make sure that I'm getting everything that I can out of this opportunity, because I really like it here and I really enjoy it here, and I find their culture and their history fascinating. So it's kind of I'm really passionate about trying to make those things happen. Going to see the places, that's like take it or leave it. You can't always see everything of a place. There's always going to be something that you didn't get to see, because there's always so much to see in a place, and who has time for that? It takes years and years and years. But definitely want to learn Spanish. Pray for me, y'all. And hang out with Colombians more, so get more Colombian friends and just be out in these Colombian streets, these Medellin streets, to really see what life is about here. So anyway, there's more people coming, and they're having a meeting or something, so I'm gonna wrap it up. So remember to share the video, like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, and stay tuned. Deuces.